Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Friday, March 27th, 2026, episode number 234 with Unlock Your Bioenergy. And I'm kind of annoyed at my computer because it's doing some weird stuff now all of a sudden. But anyhow, the topic I want to talk about today is blood plasma and more. And the reason is I've got a nice little presentation I want to share with you. And I'm just going to switch screens here. This is this fellow. Let's have a listen to what he says, and I will debrief my thoughts on it.
Hey everyone, there's some new results that are super exciting, highly actionable, and if you act on them, will indeed give you more energy. They also help partially explain why it is that as we get older, we have less energy than when we were younger. If you ever wondered about that, it has a lot to do with mitochondria. So here's the deal. You're all familiar with the sun. The sun, of course, emits light. But that light is electromagnetic radiation, some of which we can see. We call that the visible spectrum. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. You normally only see those different wavelengths within the visible spectrum. If you separate them out with a prism, or after a rainy day, there are elements in the sky that sort of act like a prism and separate out those different wavelengths. Here's the deal. Sunlight also contains wavelengths, electromagnetic radiation, that you can't see, things like UV radiation. That UV radiation, as you know, can burn you if you get too much of it on your skin, but it also helps you produce vitamin D, which is critical. So you need some UV, just not too much. Electromagnetic radiation from the sun also includes what's called long infrared radiation. These is long wavelengths of light that you can't see, but pit vipers can. If you were to wear night vision infrared goggles, you'd be able to see it, but that's not typical. Here's the deal. If you get infrared exposure onto your skin, and I'm not talking about red light, I'm talking about true infrared, beyond what you can see, beyond red, infrared, we now know it can literally pass all the way through your body. But some of it gets absorbed along the way. And as it gets absorbed along the way, it improves the function of your mitochondria, which in turn gives you more energy. And one of the more prominent theories of aging is that as we get older, we have less energy because the so-called membrane potential of our mitochondria goes down. Membrane potential is a discussion unto itself, but basically the organelles within your cells, things like mitochondria, as well as your cells, like neurons, have membrane potential, differences in charges across their membrane or within different compartments within them. This makes them act kind of like batteries. And the bigger the difference in charge across a membrane or in a different compartment of a cell, etc., the more impact those organelles like mitochondria or those cells like neurons can have. Right? No one wants a battery that's been run down all the way to the end. Okay? Now, there are things that can increase the membrane potential of your mitochondria, but this new study suggests that one of the more powerful things is this 850 nanometer light that comes from sunlight. Yes, you can recapitulate this with an artificial source, like a pure 850 nanometer artificial light source, but most people don't have that or have access to it. And no, you're not going to find it in just a pure red light device. You would need one that also makes 850 nanometer light at high intensity. The point here is get 20 minutes to 30 minutes of sunlight exposure onto your skin each day. Do that at a time of day when the sun is relatively low in the sky so you don't get too much UV exposure. This will improve your mitochondrial function, and this can help you have more energy. Put any questions in the comment section below, and thank you for your interest in science. Hey everyone.
So, this presentation is really hits the mark, largely because he knows what he's talking about, and so does the owner of LifeWave, where I'm a brand partner. If you want to get it, you scan the code here. And the man talks specifically about infrared light. It's the light that is, you can't see it. The vipers can see it. You can see it with night vision goggles. And I can also see it in another form as well and experience it in a form. It's as much as it you'll see why. And the power behind this is that it reflects that light that he's talking about in this presentation. Your body emits it, but it also can be reused when you reflect it back into the body by way of the technology. So when people say, oh yeah, you can just red light, no, this guy agrees with it because it goes deeper. And when I talk about experiencing the benefits from the use of this, and then the use of this, which is reflecting that deep light, like that infrared light, the different spectrums, you can only get this from one place. The owner of the patents. Don't buy knockoffs, because there's some out there. They're trying to steal your money, because the bigger a company gets, the more, how'd you say, corrupt or criminal activities come about, because they want to steal your money. Don't buy from non-reputable sources. You should know this. Don't buy a knockoff, because there are fake ones out there. But going back to the topic of the science behind what this guy was talking about, he also mentioned the topic of electricity in the battery, right? Does it have an influence on your performance? Well, guess what? I've got something to show you. I'm going to play it for you, actually. And I recorded it this morning. Again, I'm going to show you where I recorded it. I have voice memos. Okay, this morning I recorded it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it from my computer here. Where did it go? Oh, I got to turn this app on here. I wonder if I can switch the screen here. Let's see if I can configure this so you can actually see the waveform as well. There we go. Hey, it works. All right. So I'm going to play it. This was recorded this morning. You can see the date. 7:58 a.m. You see right there, right here. And let's have a listen now. Here is March 27, 2026. Have a listen. My bioenergy is strong. Trying to touch the radio. Already, like I'm a foot away. Now I'm touching the radio. My bioenergy is strong today. So this is why I'm saying, my phone, I put it between me and the radio. So you could hear the sound undistorted. So here I am. Phone is here, and I'm reaching over the phone, and that's kind of the distance, my arm length. Right? So the phone was probably, it was over here. It was farther away. So the phone was about that far away. And by the time I got half the distance from the phone to the alarm clock, that's when I could hear the distortion, as you hear in the recording. So now that electromagnetic field is what people also call your aura or your infrared light. it's all the same. It's like there's no difference, right? And that my field is interfering with the radio. And it happens more and more and more. So am I electrically charged? Mitochondria is like working well, and the radio is picking up that interference? Is it the light? Is that my body's emitting? It's interfering? Something to it. Because if we listen again, I was waving my arm around the alarm clock. I was like, okay, I'm not standing. I'm laying down on my bed and I'm reaching over to the alarm clock and waving my arm like a crazy person trying to get your attention. And you hear that whoa, 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 whoa in the radio. You hear the distortion. That's my bioenergy. So what does that mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, when your energy is strong, you have a zest. The life force energy in your body is just zestful. Can you strengthen that? The answer is yes. What else do I use? What else is electrical? The water. The water is an important piece to blend all the minerals from the salts, the electrolytes inside the body. Combine it with this, you can see the light it's not super sunny today. It may appear that way, but it's not. It's cloudy right now. And I just, I could probably even show you, go to the weather app. Okay, that's where I live. Cloudy conditions will continue. So it's cloudy. It's been that way for a large part of the morning, large part of the day. So blood plasma. Now what triggered all this? I heard an advertisement on the radio just prior to reaching over to turn off my radio, and I thought, oh, okay, I noticed the buzz, so that's why I started recording. And blood plasma is being requested by donors. So there was a Canadian Blood Services asking for people to donate blood because they want to collect blood plasma. Well, what makes for good blood plasma? What makes it? So I looked it up and I thought, oh, yeah. They say good blood plasma is defined by a high concentration of vital proteins. I'll just bring it up on screen here. No, I'll just read it. And so, good blood plasma is defined by a high concentration of vital proteins, 7%, and electrolytes within a 92% water base. Isn't that interesting? Ensuring effective clotting, immune defense, and fluid balance. So, the owner of the John Ellis machine, John Ellis, talks about water being 94 or blood being 94% water. Is he right? I think so. So you want to be drinking the cleanest and most absorbable. Is that going to have a strong influence on your blood plasma? Gee, I wonder. I really do. Because is it just a coincidence that I can experience heart rates that are 207? This is yesterday. No, this is the 25th. So I'll show the date. March 25th, 2026. My heart rate was 207. How was that possible? Well, I'll tell you how it's possible. It's because of the water. It's one of the pieces. Add to the fact this is here triggering the process now of strong mitochondrial function, which is tied to stem cells. It is it's commonly known amongst people in the LifeWave community that resistance training exercise will reset and regenerate about 78 known DNA genes. But when the body has several thousand more, they can go untouched. So how do you reset and regenerate that balance? Provide the spark to coincide with the fuel, the salt, the proteins. In order for glutathione to be produced, your body needs 3 amino acids. 3, the proteins. And then you add the spark to ignite the process, and guess what? Fire starts to burn. Produce synthesis, starts doing something inside the body. Do you reap the benefits from it? I think so. Here I am wearing the X49. I'll take it like this. X49. And the X39. Triggering the process of photobiomodulation, activating the process, reflecting the light that my body's emitting. Do I feel the benefits? As you see on the screen? Look at increased energy and vitality. Is it a coincidence that I'm experiencing right there increased energy and vitality in sports performance at my age of 49 years old? I bet I can run circles around some of these younger people. You know, gasping for air, can't go. Like, there's going to be a large percentage of people I could probably, make them eat a little humble pie. I'm not saying that I'm anything special, but I'm just trying to prove a point here, is that age is just a number. And I try to prove that to you right here. 6 days a week. Right here on Facebook, where I'm streaming currently live, but I might change that in the coming future here. I've been thinking about it. Because not many are showing their support. Nobody puts their money where their mouth is. It's kind of shameful. I don't know why. What are people afraid, or are they hurting? If you're hurting, I can understand it, because I am hurting too. But if you want the best, you kind of have to put your money where your mouth is. Simple. Are you ready to do it? If you are, start there. Or click on the links in the description to experience the benefits that I talk about. Here you can see, here I'll make it even. I just realized here. That's what I wanted to show. So, there's a discounted bundle. There's the QR code if you want the 2. Give it a shot. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I know I'm not. And because I don't like paying for things that doesn't work. I've been like that for a long time. That's why I like an Apple phone. I don't know. I like. And it goes back to the days of recording audio. Windows just wasn't 100% good enough for me. But Apple music productions for a reason. So, gonna turn on the heart rate monitor. And are you strong enough to keep up with me? Today we'll be doing the Feel It Friday workout, which I will fix here. And I've got the cards shuffled, so you can see right there on the box. And I will set the metronome. And I will use the rope here. Today's tempo is going to be 165. And first exercise, or the king, is the jumping jack. If I flip a queen, it's going to be a mountain climber and a push-up. And if it's jack, then it's jumping the rope. Ace is all three. First card is starting off with a bang. So it's going to be Ace 10. So all three. I'm going to start with the jumping jack, mountain climber push-up, and 100 skips. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100 skips? Really? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right, next card, King, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next card, Jack, 7, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Next up, Jack, 7, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Next card, Queen, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next card, King, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next card, King again, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next card, Ace, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50 skips. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Next card, Queen, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next card, Queen again, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next card, Jack, 9. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Next card, Ace, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Next card, Queen, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next card, Ace, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 7. Wow. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. Wow. Next card, Jack. 8. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. Wow. Last card, King. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, so 9, 15. Grab some agua. One minute down. Half a minute left. Ten seconds. First card is Ace. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, 20, 30, 40. All right, next card. King. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jack. 3. 10, 30, 20, 30. All right. Jack. 5. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Next card, Queen. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I make sure my stomach hits the ground when I do that. King. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next card. King again. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, ace. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 10, 20, 30. Next card, queen. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Queen again. 10. Of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Jack. 6. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. Next, ace. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Wow. Queen. 3. 1, 2, 3. Ace. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50. I think 60. 60. 60. Okay. Jack. 8. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. Oh. Last card. King. 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so 18. 42. Wow. There we go, 1 minute is down. Mm. 10 seconds left. All right. I'm going to take a look at the date stamp. March 27th, 2026. Starting time was at 2:37 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then, wow, I didn't even hit into 163, that heart rate zone. Stayed in the 141 to 162. And then I'll zoom in here in my heart rate. So you can see my recovery, how quickly it happens in between the different cards that were flipped. And obviously, you know, my recovery for the duration of the remaining, the balance of the entire, like the second round, though, there was, I would think there was a lot more smaller numbers in the second round as opposed to the first. I know in the first round there was 3 10s that were called. So, and there was lots of 9s and lots of 8s. So I'm going to tabulate the results and populate the log later to see how how well the first round compares to the week prior and week ones, other ones before. And because it did take me a fair bit of time to finish that first round because of the big numbers, which is okay. But what I've seen here is the difference in the recovery from in both the first and the second round. So that to me is indicating something that with the addition of the X49 that I'm wearing here, it's proving to do something cardiovascularly, because the numbers or my heart rates were showing that, even though, you know, it's not hitting, you know, the 200 echelon. And that's largely has to do with how my breathing rate is. So if I had the VO2 master equipment, you would see that, and how well, when I'm hitting a maximum heart rate, and then how quickly it takes for my heart rate to drop. And that goes to show how strong the delivery of the oxygen is by way of the blood and the plasma inside the body. Am I reaping the benefits from the choices that I'm making with the water and that of these two? The water is harder to get because you have to make it. And I do that with the machine. I'll show you here. Right there. There's this guy right here. I'll just fix this so you can see it a little bit better. There's this here. That's the E5, which comes with, I don't know if you can see the blue lights in the camera. That's the ultraviolet lights that the water gets treated with as it's going through the heating and cooling cycle. And I drink 95% of the time deuterium free with a molecular hydrogen bond angle of 114 degrees. So does that contribute to my increased vitality and energy, increased energy and vitality, and increased sports performance? Well, 49 years old, I think I put on a fairly good performance today. I challenge any 25-year-old to participate. I don't care what kind of shape you are in. I don't care. Whether you're an Olympic athlete or a seasoned sports player, professional athlete, you name it. I don't care. Try it. See if you can keep up with this guy. That's all. And if you can't, then you know that what I'm telling you about this, there's something to it. Just saying. And I provide excellent fuel. I make sure I get the protein and the correct salt. I don't take any creatine. None. And no peptides. None. Because your body can produce them naturally. And when your body's a master at compensating for things, remember, if you start cheating, it's going to adapt. And it says, oh, I don't need to do this anymore. And then you become dependent on injecting a peptide. Are you really that dumb? Why would you torture your body that way? It doesn't make no sense to me. Because as soon as you can't work or afford the peptides, guess what? So, but with this, you can offset that. You don't have to be driving. You can drive if you want. Or if you get successful enough within the company as a brand partner, consider joining under me and I'll help you get there. Because you'll be my support and I will be your support as part of Unlock Your Bioenergy. Because if there's something that's motivational, if I provide that motivation free and something that you can look up to and feel good about, there's something to be experienced along with the benefits that you get from the use of the X39 and the X49. So that's it for today. I'm your host, Gordon, with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Tune in tomorrow for Sunny Saturday. I'm going to be doing the fitness stress test along with a 10-minute hit. So it's going to be interesting tomorrow to see how things go. I wasn't as successful as reaching my goal last Saturday as opposed to the week prior. So I'm going to try to make sure I eat well tonight and recharge the body so that way I'm ready to go tomorrow. So that's it for today. Like they say in Hawaii, aloha. Bye.